Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Not the kind that echoes through tabloids or trends on social media, but the sort that lives in the quiet corners of libraries and late-night train platforms. A whisper that suggested Paul Sinha, beloved quiz maestro, razor-sharp mind, and national treasure, was part of something far bigger than anyone imagined. On the surface, Paul's life looked perfectly ordinary, days filled with trivia, bright studio lights, and warm smiles. But beneath that familiar rhythm, another world hummed, one few people ever noticed, and fewer still understood. The first clue appeared on a rainy evening in London. A young journalist named Mira spotted Paul leaving a narrow, unmarked building near Bloomsbury. No cameras, no entourage, just Paul holding an old leather-bound book pressed tightly to his chest. Curiosity sparked. Why would a man who lived in the public eye vanish into a place so deliberately hidden? Mira followed the trail. The building, she discovered, belonged to an ancient collective known only as the Cartographers of Thought, a secret society devoted not to power or wealth, but to knowledge itself. Founded centuries ago, its members believed that ideas shaped the world more profoundly than armies or kings. Their mission was simple and dangerous: protect rare knowledge, challenge complacent thinking, and quietly guide humanity away from ignorance. Paul Sinha fit perfectly. Inside the society's candlelit hall, there were no titles, no fame, only questions. Members gathered to debate forgotten philosophies, unravel paradoxes, and test one another with riddles designed to stretch the limits of the human mind. Here, Paul wasn't the center man. He was simply a seeker, someone who loved the thrill of discovery more than applause. Mira learned that Paul had been recruited years earlier after anonymously solving a problem that had stumped the society for decades, a mathematical riddle hidden inside an obscure 18th century poem. His solution wasn't just correct, it was elegant. That elegance earned him an invitation sealed with crimson wax and delivered without a return address. The real shock wasn't that Paul belonged to the society, it was what he did there. Paul became a bridge. He helped translate complex ideas into accessible wisdom, subtly weaving deeper truths into everyday entertainment. A casual joke on television, a curious pause before an answer, a question that lingered just long enough to make viewers think. Millions watched, laughed, and learned, never realizing they were part of something bigger. When Mira finally confronted him, she expected denial. Instead, Paul smiled. "Knowledge shouldn't be locked away," he said gently, "but neither should it be thrown around carelessly. There's a balance." By the time her story was ready to publish, she hesitated. Exposing the society would destroy what made it powerful, its quiet influence, its humility. And Paul? He would never defend himself, because the work mattered more than recognition. So she made a choice. The article never ran. The whisper faded back into silence. Today, when Paul Sinha stands beneath studio lights, answering questions with effortless brilliance, some swear they see something more in his eyes, a spark of secrets, a hint of hidden purpose. Maybe it's imagination, or maybe, just maybe, the world's greatest minds are still quietly watching over us. After all, the most powerful societies aren't the ones you fear. They're the ones you never even knew existed.